What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Switch Game List. Let's dive into 15 Switch games that actually deserve your time. I'll explain exactly how each one works and what you'll be doing in them. Let's go. In Persona 5 Royal, you're juggling two lives. During the day, you're a student managing time between classes, jobs, and hanging out with friends. These friendships power up your combat abilities for the other half of the game. At night, you infiltrate mind palaces, massive dungeons where you fight in turn-based battles using your Persona powers. Combat is about hitting enemy weaknesses to gain extra turns and negotiating with demons to recruit them. You also merge demons to create stronger ones, manage a strict calendar with deadlines, and make choices that impact both your daily life and dungeon performance. Imagine if Final Fantasy met Mad Max. That's Chained Echoes. You control a party of 4 fighting with a unique overdrive system. There's this meter at the bottom of your screen. Keep it in the yellow zone for maximum damage, but use too many power moves and you overheat, making your team vulnerable. Play too safe and you lose your damage boost. Every few turns, the actions that maintain overdrive change, forcing you to adapt. Between battles, you're exploring interconnected zones, finding materials to craft gear upgrades, and flying around in a transforming mech suit that changes both exploration and boss battles. Skyrim puts you in a massive fantasy world where you level up by actually doing things. Swing swords? Combat skills improve. Craft potions? Alchemy gets better. You're free to ignore the main dragon hunting quest and just live your life. Become a thief, join the Mages College, or build a homestead. Combat happens in real time, with your triggers controlling what's in each hand: sword, spell, shield, or bow. You learn dragon shouts that do things like slow time or blast enemies with force. The game tracks every item in the world, and you can interact with almost everything you see, from picking flowers to cooking meals. Batman: Arkham Asylum mixes 3 distinct styles of play. In Predator rooms, you're a silent hunter using gadgets and gargoyles to terrorize armed thugs. They get more panicked as their numbers drop. Combat flows like a brutal dance. Attack, counter when enemies flash, dodge projectiles, and mix in gadgets like batarangs. Between fights, you're doing actual detective work, using your Cowl's scanner to analyze crime scenes, follow trails, and solve environmental puzzles. The whole game takes place in one night, with areas opening up as you get new gadgets, just like a Metroid game.
All patients should take their medication at the prescribed times each and every day.
Warning. Security breach in level 3. Warning. Security.
Super Smash Bros. Is chaos with hidden depth. You're picking from over 80 characters, each with unique moves based on their original games. The goal isn't just doing damage, Eintick. You're trying to knock opponents off the stage. Higher damage means they fly farther when hit. Every character can do basic attacks, special moves, grabs, and shields, but mastering one means learning their specific tricks. Some characters can copy abilities, others transform mid-fight, and some have resources to manage. You can play with items for pure mayhem or turn them off for competitive matches. Ori and the Will of the Wisps is all about fluid movement. You start with basic jumps, but soon you're wall running, double jumping, air dashing, and using enemies to bounce higher. Combat's quick and acrobatic. You've got a spirit sword for close fights, a bow for range, and special abilities like creating light explosions. The world's designed like a web. You'll see places you can't reach until you get new abilities. There's an upgrade system where you choose which powers to enhance, and you'll need good timing for the intense escape sequences where one mistake means starting over. Every combat system. Every combat in Xenoblade 3 happens in real time with auto attacks, but that's just the surface. Your 6 party members each play unique roles. Attackers draw aggro, defenders block damage, and healers keep everyone alive. You charge special moves by positioning correctly. Some hit harder from behind, others from the side. Chain attacks let you pause time to stack massive damage, and you can fuse pairs of characters into stronger forms. Between fights, you're exploring massive open areas, each with their own weather systems that affect enemy levels and types.
Let's tell Roll the good news.
Hey, quick pause here. If you're enjoying this look at some of Switch's finest games, hit that subscribe button for more content like this. Let me know in the comments which of these games you've played or are excited to try. Now, let's continue with our lineup. The Walking Dead's gameplay is about making tough choices under pressure. Most of the time, you're exploring areas, finding items, and talking to people. But the real core is the decision system. You'll get dialogue choices with a timer ticking down. Let it run out and you say nothing, which is also a choice. Your choices affect how other characters treat you and who lives or dies. During action scenes, you'll need quick reactions to survive zombie attacks. The game remembers every choice you make, changing how characters react to you throughout all 5 episodes.
Oh, man.
I ain't never getting home to Mama at this rate.
This sucks.
Super Mario Odyssey reinvents platforming with possession mechanics. You throw your hat at enemies or objects to take control of them, each with unique abilities. Possess a bullet bill to fly across gaps, a fish to swim freely, or a T-Rex to smash through obstacles. Every kingdom is packed with moons to collect, but how you get them varies wildly. Some require precision jumping, others need you to solve environmental puzzles or complete minigames. Your basic moves include dives, rolls, and hat throws that you can combine into advanced techniques for reaching tricky spots. Hades changes every time you play. You're fighting through procedurally generated rooms using 6 different weapons with 4 aspects each. Each room gives you a choice of rewards, new powers, upgrades, or resources. The powers you collect combine in wild ways. Your dash might leave damage zones, your attacks could chain lightning. When you die, you're back home where you can upgrade abilities, interact with characters who remember your previous attempts, and unlock new story scenes. Even failure moves the plot forward as characters react to how you died.
Each exit has its own reward.
Astral Chain puts you in control of 2 characters at once. You're controlling your police officer directly while commanding a living weapon called a Legion with the other stick. Think Puppet Master meets action game. You can send your Legion to attack independently, wrap enemies in your chain, or work together for special moves. Between fights, you're investigating crimes using Legion abilities, phase through walls to chase suspects, scan for clues, and clean up interdimensional corruption. The game tracks your performance with a letter grade system, and you unlock new combat abilities by completing cases and side missions.
That means it's working. So I'm guessing you can see that thing in front of you now, too. That ugly son of a bitch is what we call a Chimera. The Ark's not so public enemy number 1.
Stardew Valley works on in-game time where each day lasts 14 real minutes. You decide how to spend that time. Plant and water crops that grow over multiple days. Explore procedurally generated mines full of monsters and minerals. Fish using a timing-based minigame, or talk to townspeople to build relationships. Different seasons allow different crops and activities. You can upgrade your tools to work more efficiently, craft machines to process crops into artisan goods, and unlock new areas by earning money and resources. The game auto-saves each night, so every day's choices matter. Tears of the Kingdom is about creative problem solving. You've got 4 main abilities. Ultra Hand lets you build machines by connecting objects. Fuse attaches items to weapons for effects. Recall rewinds an object's movement. And Ascend lets you clip through ceilings. These combine in wild ways, build flying machines to explore sky islands, create weapons by fusing items, or solve dungeon puzzles using all your powers together. The world reacts to your solutions. There's no single right way to overcome obstacles. You can even save your best contraptions to rebuild later. A monster's expedition turns log rolling into a puzzle game. You're pushing and rolling trees to create paths between islands. Sounds simple, but the rules are precise. Logs roll in 4 directions, landing flat or upright depending on how they fall. Trees you push can knock down other trees, creating chain reactions. Later puzzles combine multiple logs that need to be arranged in specific ways. The game never adds new rules. Instead, it keeps finding clever ways to use these simple mechanics. Each island has museum exhibits with humorous interpretations of human artifacts. Unavowed plays like a supernatural detective show where your choices matter. At the start, you pick a background, cop, actor, or bartender, which gives you unique dialogue options and ways to solve problems. Your team of 3 includes a fire mage, ghost, technomancer, and psychic, but you can only bring 2 on each mission. Each teammate offers different solutions to problems. Possess suspects with your ghost friend, burn evidence with the fire mage, or hack security with the technomancer. The game remembers your choices, changing how later cases play out based on your decisions.
I say again, you are mistaken. You know I speak the truth.
I know what you are, Genchild. I know you cannot speak false.
Hey, let me know what you think about these games. Maybe you've played some and have a different take, or maybe something here caught your eye. Drop a comment, let's chat about it. See you in the next one.